Hello and welcome to the Peter Crouch podcast. That Peter Crouch podcast, I should say, the Friday edition.
Yep.
Notorious SID and Chris Stark with me, as usual. Is everyone okay?
Really good.
Yeah, you had a good week.
Good week so far. Yeah, listening to the radio today. Listening the paddle. Playing paddle again tonight.
Doing another game of paddle. Yeah.
Enjoying it?
Yeah. It's been fascinating. Just sort of getting into this world of paddle. I've signed up to an app.
Yeah, I know it. Is it called Platonic?
That's the one. And it's great because you can meet like-minded gentlemen that are into dabbling in paddle.
Yeah.
And so tonight...
Are you sharing your wife this evening? Or
No. Actually, they've said it's a men-only thing. And what I find this amazing that... And I don't know if this exists in football as well for five-a-side now, but literally you can say you want to play and then it matches you with men in the area if you want to have a men's game.
Strangers.
And then it just pops up 3 different names. I've got, I think it's Harry, David and Tarek tonight. I don't know these fellas. And yet we'll meet up together, get into the cage and thrash it out.
Have a 4-ball straight off.
It's just fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. It really is enjoyable.
What I like is quite disposable.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be your mates.
Don't even have to like them.
You don't
Just go
have
and
to
meet up.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You know, go and play.
And that's what I'm really enjoying. I'm really enjoying that you can go there, just let it all out, and then never see them again if needs be, and then do the same with some new men the next day if you want.
I've heard a lot about this this app, and is there a rating system that kind of goes on as well?
Get a rating,
and is that after they performed, you can say if they was
rating.
Good, bad, or average?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so far it's working for me. So loving paddle is the headline here. And after we shouted it out on the podcast, we were doing a bit tongue in cheek, but sure enough, our friends at Cork got in touch and have kind of provided me with a bat or whatever it is.
Fantastic.
Personalised?
Personalised name on the top. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping it comes with my name and not just barbecue C.
Potentially, yeah.
But we'll see. But power of the podcast, eh?
Yeah.
Loving paddle was the headline.
Oh, good.
It's been a funny week, hasn't it? We've had all the transfers and one thing that I've loved this week, probably more than any other window, is the announcement videos that have been going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Not sure about them.
You think they've fallen off a bit?
Oh, I don't know.
Can I give you some to look at?
Yeah, the one I didn't really get was the one with like falling off a cliff or something. Like we're going to push him off a cliff, and it was like, I'm here.
Didn't see that one. I've only seen one, and I thought it was world class.
Which one have you seen?
The Burnley one.
The Ross from Friends. Have you seen this?
Yeah, Burnley. I have seen it. Yeah, Burnley. They went early with this game.
Burnley are brilliant. I guess honourable mentions in. I don't know if we want to do this as a podcast. I think we should do the Anno door, or for the announcements, and sort of let our podcast be the kind of, because it's the same time as the Grammys, so it sort of feels like we could take control of this stuff.
Well, here we go. It's just a Burnley one, Chris, right?
So it's this famous scene from Friends with Ross.
Hi, it's Matt. Wish I had some good news for you, but I don't. I'm sorry. We've done everything we can on this one, but it looks like we've missed out and he's going elsewhere. I think it's going to be really tough to get anything done before 11 o'clock tonight.
This is good.
I take it that's sort of officials at Burnley.
Has Matt called you?
Yeah.
Looks like he may have jumped the gun. Sounds like Scott's spoken to the player. Luckily, he didn't ask anything about the weather.
Oh my God.
I'm with him now. We've just landed in Manchester from Lisbon. We've been sitting on the plane here forever. Just a sec. Ma'am, can we get off this plane?
Let her off the plane!
I'm afraid you are going to have to take your seat.
The transfer window shuts in less than 12 hours. You don't understand.
Try to understand!
Any way we can please get off this plane?
No! Oh my God. Did you get off the plane? Did you get off the plane?
I'll go off the plane.
It's amazing. Okay. Right. Okay.
The plane.
Up the claret.
Up the clarets.
That's how it's done.
Okay. Right. So hold on. I hadn't seen that one. That's world class.
All right. What about Alex Gilbert, who signed for Charlton this week?
Day and Neil's day got even better when they saw
So it's
something rare and
Inbetweeners,
exotic
right?
in the shopping centre.
Shopping.
Hey, Jay, look. What's he doing here? Dunno. Shopping? Gilbert. Gilbert!
I mean, the acting.
Oh my God. I mean, like, I just don't know when you sign for a club now that you've got to do these things. I remember when I signed for Burnley, obviously the originators, that they did I had a robot like going around the training ground all the time. And then I turned around and I think I kicked a ball and it fell over. And then I went, I'm here.
I think players now be more nervous doing these things. Like when you go to Madrid or Barca, do the kick-ups on the pitch, which players have said they're nervous for. I think players are more nervous now for doing this when they sign for a club.
But big shout out to the social media.
Big
admins
shout
of these
out.
clubs.
Brilliant.
It's my ambition for this podcast to announce a player one day.
Yeah.
I'd love us to be in one
Involved.
of these videos.
Yeah.
It'd be so fun.
Yeah, I definitely did an early one with this. So when I signed for Burnley, they said to me, we've been doing this thing with a robot all day. And then the minute you signed, obviously the announcement video, we just want you to kick the robot over and then look at the camera. And I thought, oh, that sounds easy. So I just did it. And then obviously this is the final result.
Going in the building.
So the robot's walking around all day.
So the Burnley badge is in the back.
Crouchys and clarets. Hold on. So what point in the process do you get told when you've got to do these videos? Is it when you've signed?
I've signed now. I'm in the dressing room and they're going, right, when you're doing a picture with the shirt.
Yeah.
And it's like a few pictures of the shirt. One of the obviously the media team's like, can you just kick over this robot and then look at the camera? And you're doing so many things. That's part of what you do.
Because
Takes
that's
10 seconds.
Every one of these videos, it's like they've just been grabbed and someone's done the classic.
Exactly.
It'll only take a minute. It'll only take 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Amazing.
I don't know. Maybe it just resonates more.
Keep them coming. They're great. Eh? Okay.
Yeah. If you see any good ones in future, tag us in. I think the Anno d'Or should be something that we award every season.
Santi Cazorla, when he went... but I think maybe
was that an unveiling rather than a signing video? Are you talking about the one where was that the one he's in smoke?
Where he wasn't there and then he was there all of a sudden. Incredible scenes. Sids, what a great week for you, mate.
Yeah, it's another good week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another correct score.
I thought I was close to getting 2. Southampton scored near the death, didn't they? So I had 1-0 in that game, but still a good week for me.
2-0 Liverpool, obviously massive 3-pointer there. Chris, you got 1 point, didn't you?
It's just a nightmare.
And I didn't get any. So the standings are me 39, Sid's 39, Chris, you're down on 33 there.
It's just so horrible. I don't know how many games we've got left this season, but this has now become a stress in my life. Sid's has hit a good run.
7 points in 2 weeks. It could happen to you. Like I'm just battling it out the top and, hopefully just stay in and around it, but could easily fall back down.
It's a massive rise from you. It's, Blueies.
Someone said you've
Someone's
had a
on the
Bluey.
Blueies.
The shout was he's had a Bluey.
I give the nudge and I got the green light.
We've got a great message here from someone called Walker. Says, I listened to the Friday podcast after the games to either laugh or clap at your predictions, as it's just more fun knowing the results when you're talking about it. It's quite a good idea, isn't
That's
it?
good.
You don't
I get
just
that.
have to listen to this before the weekend. But there's one thing for sure. Sidwell bloody hates Arsenal.
You're right. You've got had this a lot this season, haven't you?
We all backed Man City. So how am I the only one come out of that with?
No,
Yeah, but
because
we
there's a
ain't
bit
all
of
played
needle.
for
in
Yeah,
you.
there is a
I
bit
don't know.
needle. There is.
We all went for City.
We
You
did.
believe that?
And do you know what? I take my hat off because Arsenal were absolutely superb.
I thought
What
City
more
after
can
the
you
Chelsea
say?
game, I thought they were going on a bit of a run. But yeah,
That's what we all thought.
You know, for all, everyone takes the piss a bit with Arteta and some of the slightly more, I think it's fair to say, like cringe things that Arsenal in particular might do or Arteta might do. When you see a game like that, it felt to me that that's where it shows it does work. They all seemed so pumped for it. There was all that stuff where Haaland's spoken to Arteta before. It felt like Gabriel was quite personal in how he dealt with Haaland.
He key-owned him, didn't he, as well?
Totally key-owned him.
Do you know what I felt? I felt he went key-owned early there. You know, because that was the first goal.
Yeah.
I thought that was a big call. Like, 4-1, 5-1, there's no comeback. But obviously, Haaland scores for 1-1. If City go on and win that, I think you look very silly. Obviously, it looks great now.
Yeah.
But I think if you do key-own, you should go. You need to be a bit later.
Towards the end. Yeah, I agree. I do agree.
But, you know, it all worked out for the best.
It did. Liverpool, that wasn't, it's obviously 2-0, but it wasn't, plain saying that.
No, not at all.
Bournemouth could have
big result
got something
for
from
Liverpool.
that.
I felt like that was a real potential banana skin then.
And then Southampton, massive win against
Don't think anyone
Ipswich.
saw that one coming, really.
No.
Big result for Southampton.
Yeah.
What are they on that? Is that 9 points? For
9 points.
Southampton?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Liam Delap scored again. Good goal, great goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, disappointing for Ipswich. Also Everton. Little shout out to Everton as well. David Moyes. I've got to say, like, what an amazing result that was.
Yeah.
Scoring goals, you know.
Huge result. I got to say Leicester are poor.
Yeah.
I know Southampton have been down there all season and have been poor points-wise, but Leicester, I've covered them a few times. They've been the poorest team consistently that I've seen. And I think if it carries on, Ruud van Nistelrooy could possibly go.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not so much a new manager bounce, is it? I mean, this is a proper new manager flop.
Is at the minute.
If there is such a thing.
Yeah, it's hard to say because it's never nice, because it's hard being a head coach and a manager. And if I get a chance, I'd love to do it. But wow, it's tough. So they're struggling.
Very much. I have to say, I did the early game from the City ground at Forest as well. 7-0.
Yeah.
I mean, everything went right for them. They're a good side, well coached, like drilled, know what they're doing, and they've got players with certainly with Alanga, Hudson-Odoi, and Wood in the final third were on fire.
Two things. Did you see the guy who was shouting at the Real Madrid players? Have basically all about Chris Wood.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it was amazing, this.
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Jude Bellingham replied, didn't he?
It was so good. Like, all the players are just walking through the hotel, I think it is, and this Forest fan is there just talking at them all about Chris Wood.
Really?
Just trying to get their reaction.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was great. It's just like mad times to see that happening. And the other thing was, did you see the pub that gave away, they basically offered to give a free pint every time Nottingham Forest scored?
Oh, no.
As a kind of, because they've got new management there.
What a chance.
I feel we should shout them out or something.
Her name's Becky Webster. She runs the Gedlinging or the Jedlinging. Yeah.
In Nottinghamshire.
Yeah, in Nottingham. Yeah, she gave away 300 pints. Cost her 1,500 quid. So what if you do live near, I think I want to see the Gedling Inn.
Yeah, I think it is.
Perhaps go back there and not pay her back, but just drink there more regularly.
Have a session there.
Yeah.
Fair play for her and the rest of the guys there for putting that on in the first place and then honouring it. But imagine every time the goal went in.
Oh, I mean, the bell was ringing the lot. Get in. God. 7.
Oh, oof. Heavy duty. All right. Regards to your families, Becky, anyway. I'm sure she'll get well paid back by Nottingham Forest fans over the course of the season. Yeah. Leaving out. Should we get into the games?
Yes.
The next part of the podcast is supported by Paddy Power, and their big weekend fixture is Villa versus Spurs. Cracking game. Always a fan of this game. Villa are favourites, 4-5.
Yeah.
Tenner gets you £18. Spurs 14-5. Decent bet. Score draw, get you 13-2, 1-1. Decent. Chris, I've noticed that you have a little piece of paper like Rafa Benitez.
Is it?
Talk us through it.
Is that what Benitez used to do?
Yeah, I
Just whip
remember
up?
when he did the press conference when he was talking about facts and he just pulled out a little piece of paper.
Let's talk facts.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, it's only because my phone's on charge.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I had to quickly just write down the scores before, otherwise I won't have the phone for the train later. So I can't do any shout outs this week, sadly.
Okay.
But
Before we get into this quickly, we've got to say that this is the FA Cup weekend. So these are FA Cup fixtures. So that could be a bit different in terms of team selection.
I like that.
Team selection, yeah.
I like that because I think it's going to throw you off your stride.
I've looked at it, I'm like, I don't know if I'm thinking too hard now or not, but depends on the games.
I think normally Villa would be strong favourites here, but considering they're in the Champions League, they're fighting in the Premier League.
Yep.
And Spurs really need this. I would say more so than Villa.
Could possibly rest, but Spurs need.
And I don't know if they can rest Spurs players. Really, with the situation they're in.
Yeah, this is tough. Last week was tough.
Obviously, I was at the Elfsborg game with Spurs when Ajayi, Mikey Moore, and Dane Scarlett all scored. They were brilliant. Obviously, coming on, I was really pleased for them. So, I mean, they could play.
Yeah. It's at Villa Park, good pitch,
good energy around there at the moment as well, though, isn't there? I mean, I think all the European games that have been happening of late, it feels like good cup run place. Also, Villa Park, for me, my happiest FA Cup memories. Having the semi-finals there.
Brilliant.
Still think they should be there, in my opinion.
I don't think you're alone in that.
Yeah. So I like Villa, FA Cup, something solid about that as a proposition. Tottenham not having the best of seasons. I think, sadly, this is going to be another one that they get ruled out of. That's my thoughts anyway. So I'm going to go for a Villa win.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Gone straight in for a Villa win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Difficult place to go, Brentford, Spurs last week, and they got a result.
True.
Albeit Brentford were a bit unlucky, I thought there.
So what are you going for?
Villa 2, Spurs 1.
2-1 seems like a favourite score of ours. We quite regularly go for it, don't we?
Because I think you're in it all the time.
You're in it, I know. Gives you good
pot in the red.
Good value.
Just gives you a nice consistent game.
Okay, Pete, you can go next.
Okay. So my thought process here is that we are playing 2 90 minutes. There's potential for a team maybe who's struggling to play for the draw. I think there's more emphasis on the draw maybe. So I'm going to go for the draw. I'm going to go for Villa Spurs 2-2.
Oh,
just to clear this up. So it's whatever the result
90
is
minutes.
at the final whistle.
Final whistle.
For 90 minutes.
You're not getting a point if you said Villa win, but it's a draw. Okay.
Yeah.
No. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go for 2-2. I think it's going to be a great game. I think there'll be carnage.
Yeah. So you're going to go 2-2. Okay. I'm going to go for... You went Villa 2-1. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Aston Villa. 2 Aston Villa.
Okay, great.
And I've dinged that in as well, by the way.
Yeah.
I've dinged mine.
Yeah.
But we do have Paddy's Boost. Obviously, we pick a leg each of the Crouch Pod bet builder. The odds on that bet builder have been boosted by 20% and they'll be on the specials section of Paddy Power's website and app. Player to be carded, I'm going for Basuma. He's had 9 yellow cards this season already, so I think it's a pretty safe bet.
Every chance. Chris?
Okay, what's next? Player to score or assist? Well, there was so much chat about him, wasn't there, over the last week or so? So should we say Ollie Watkins? 11 goals so far this season. Feels like the headlines are ready to be his.
Okay, sounds good. Player for me to be fouled 1 or more times. I'm going to go for Tielemans at Villa. He's the most fouled player 38 times this season.
Great stats there. We've backed him up with good stats.
Yeah.
Okay, odds are correct at time recording. Please gamble responsibly. Right, moving on. This is an intriguing game for me. This is Everton versus Bournemouth. Obviously, since January, Everton have achieved much improved results. Obviously, 4-0 over Leicester on the last outing was probably their most impressive. Seem to be scoring goals. They've got 10 and conceded 4 since Moyes has been in charge.
Brilliant. Some turnaround, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Really is.
Credit to David Moyes. I'm really pleased for him,
Yeah.
And obviously our mate Parch has gone in as a set-piece coach.
Yes. Yeah, I have to keep an eye on that, really.
Yeah. Charlie Adams, set-piece coach at Everton.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Is he actually?
He is, yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. Great.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that, but to see how they're getting on.
The minute I've not been across it. I don't think they scored from a set piece on the weekend, did they? But let's keep an eye on that because the minute they do, I think we need a celebration in here for our mate.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Everton have got anyone who can hit a midgy stick from 50 yards, but behind the scenes they have.
Do you think that's what he said in the job interview as well, specifically for that job?
Yeah.
They've gone, who can we get? Like, this is the thing at the moment, set piece coaches. Someone's gone, listen, I know someone who can hit a midge's dick. That's the quote.
Unbelievable quote. Brilliant.
And I urge you, if you don't know what this is about, it must be on YouTube, our video of where we got Parch, Charlie Adam, to attempt to hit a midge's dick. And by the way, that's midge. It's a fly.
Yeah. No, it's a fly. It's a fly. Yeah, it's not a.
We sent
Statman.
We sent Statman Dave up on a sort of
suspended him.
We suspended him in air, dressed him as a fly, and had a dildo between his legs, and got
flush.
Charlie to flush balls at him.
The issue was with this is that we were in a park, not too far away from some swings.
Yeah,
so obviously the dildo scenario around the park with swings.
Imagine.
Just with HR, it was touch and go.
Oh, it's so good.
It was touch and go.
Good. Imagine walking your dog, right? You turn a corner, and there's like me, Crouchy, and Charlie, right? Pinging balls at a lad suspended midair from a sort of crane that we'd set up in a fly outfit and a dildo between his legs.
Only on
Peter Crouch podcast. Also feels like maybe it was a different time. I don't know, but you couldn't. I don't know if you get away with that now. To be honest, I think if we'd have asked permission, I think we'd have been told no, but we didn't.
So I don't know what you YouTube for that. Be careful, but you'll find it.
It's out there somewhere. Anyway, good luck to Charlie.
They're playing Bournemouth though.
Yeah, brilliant.
So they've that run of unbeaten in 12 games across all competitions was put to the end by Liverpool.
Yeah, but they also held their own in that game as well.
Yes. Yeah.
And they're such a good side. My only worry is obviously they're thin on the ground injury wise. I think getting a couple of people back, but I think they may change things. They've got a chance of Europe through the Premier League.
Yeah. I'm going to go straight in with this. I'm going to say Everton 2-0. I just think Everton 2-0. I don't know why I've said that, but
that's so bold.
I fancy it.
Oof. Okay.
I'm tempted to go the other way on this. So I did get a lot of DMs suggesting scores. This was very mixed, this one, to be fair. I think I'm going to go Bournemouth 2, Everton 1.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
So I've gone Everton 2-0. You've gone Bournemouth 2-1.
The only thing is I'd like to see team sheets, but obviously we haven't got them, have we?
Could be another draw. Could be another Desmond.
You're trying to get him away, but you're trying to get away for.
I think I looked, all jokes aside, of all the 3 predictions we had to do, I thought this one would be a draw out of them all.
Did you go 2-0?
No, 2-1 Bournemouth.
2-1 Bournemouth.
2-0 Everton for me.
Okay, I'm going to go for a draw. Yeah, I've got in my head.
This is massive.
I'm going to go for 1-1.
I think that's a great call.
Wow. That game has got very exciting.
This feels big this weekend. Right, moving on to Brighton versus Chelsea.
Sidwell.
I'm actually doing this game.
Yeah, of course you are. You're
with the famous Glenn Johnson. Is that correct?
Is it?
Saw Jono.
Is
Today
it?
he said he was doing something with you on the weekend.
Brilliant. I didn't know. Yeah, it must be that.
I think it might be
class.
with the famous Glenn Johnson.
Good stuff.
Listen, great to see you guys down there. I'll be tuning in for this one.
We will no doubt throw some podcast-related stuff in, as we always try to
fantastic.
do. This is Brighton v Chelsea. I think 2 teams that are kind of struggling at the moment. Brighton for sure. They're a little bit hit and miss. Chelsea, although they got a good result getting to West Ham, still not for me. Just like it seems as though they get to second gear and then they haven't got that cutthroat. So I think this is a big game for both teams for performance and result, because I think both of them want to have a good cup run.
I thought Brighton were miles off it the other day, I have to say.
Well, you was there, was it?
Yeah, I mean...
It
Was that a bit of a freak result, do you feel? Or
He went with... He played like 5. It was also like... João Pedro was kind of deeper. Yeah. Hinshelwood was very, very isolated in midfield, felt like on his own. He got dragged at half time, felt sorry for him. The kid's like 19. Yeah. And he was kind of... Felt like he was holding the midfield together. Obviously, he had to change things, and he did. And then there was an element of almost like a real disappointing end. Like, you know, they didn't feel like they were running, didn't feel like they were giving goals away, and it was like almost a case of giving up, which was strange. So there does need to be a reaction this weekend.
Tough this.
But then that's interesting in its own right, isn't it? How you come back from those sort of results that you've had. That does kind of maybe put a bit more emphasis on it from a Brighton point of view, maybe.
I'm expecting him to go strong after a 7-0.
Well, you can't
defeat.
have another heavy defeat, can you? Because then it
So
becomes
I think
real
you can
bad.
half guarantee that Brighton will go full tilt.
That's it.
I think they'll go strong. But I still think that Chelsea's second string, I've seen them a lot in the Conference League this season. The second string's strong.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to go in here.
Go for it.
I think Chelsea win is 3-1.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. I think Chelsea win this, and I think it's going to be 2-1.
Right. So I'm either going to go Brighton win or
What
draw.
does your piece of paper say?
My piece of paper says, Steve, as you know, Brighton 2, Chelsea 2.
Oof. Oh, does it?
But I don't know. I'm starting to think backing draws statistically doesn't seem right to me. Like,
well, I mean, but that's wrong, is it? Because statistically, every game starts off with a draw, so you're winning straight away. You've got a point straight away.
here, I'm actually going to go 2-2. I'm going to go 2-2 because he's right there. I can dig that in.
He stuck me in for a few draws as well.
No,
he's
but
the draw sucker.
Shall I tell you why I think in this instance it's a bit different? I think if you're 2-1 down in this game,
you go for it.
Yeah. What else? You're sending your goalkeeper forward, aren't you?
Yeah. Can I just say, there's no
FA
draws
Cup
this weekend in these results. He's in our head. Massively.
Yeah.
He's going on a trajectory.
Do you know what's going to happen now?
He's in
You're
our
going to
head.
get him. You're going to get your draws now. Now that you've
I feel like Kevin Keegan on the run.
No, but I think it is different for the FA
draw.
Cup. For the FA Cup, it is different. There's a different.
Yeah,
I think there is at the end of the game. It's okay. 2-2 at 90 full time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
2-2.
Okay. All right. Okay, got a message here from Derry. This has come from Donald. He said, "Dear Pancake, Bonfire and Crouchy from Bahrain. Regards to your families and all the stewards across the world."
Well, I saw a steward wearing boots
He did
the other day.
Yeah.
But warming up as well.
Vicarage Road, and he was warming up with the subs.
Really?
Well, it's more that the subs were over in the corner,
And he was warming up.
and because he was there on the corner, as they were sort of warming up, he started flicking his legs behind him, sort of joining in. Because my mate pointed him out. My mate was like, and actually, weirdly enough, there was someone else in the crowd who tagged it in, going, have a look at this steward. And he's warming up, right? My mate was like, have a look at him. And I just went, it's a sub. He goes, no, it's a steward. Honestly, this guy was.
You genuinely thought it was a sub.
But we've said this, he's some steward, that fella.
Well, he's just taking it seriously, isn't he?
And good.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Did you see Messi's bodyguard?
Oh.
He got sidestepped, didn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe there's an opening. Do you know what I mean?
He almost respected. Did you see him smiling afterwards? It was like he respected the move.
Yeah, well done. Okay, obviously great, fantastic start. Being an avid listener of the pod for years, I can't help but admire your love for Muff. Just thought I'd let you know, Muff GAA team made it all the way to the All-Ireland Club Final. This is basically the FA Cup for Gaelic teams across Ireland. Unfortunately, Muff just shaved the post too many times and were unsuccessful on the big stage. Would love to take you to a local match when you come to Muff, or take you to see the inter-county teams in a packed-out Croke Park.
Oh, wow.
Let's hope Muff can Chumbawamba. Donald from Derry.
Let's.
Brilliant.
Croke Park is, well,
I've seen some of these
sensational.
the All-Ireland finals. I've seen them. Amazing atmosphere. Incredible.
Gaelic football. Tough sport.
Tough.
Tough sport.
Yeah.
Mm.
We will do an away day to Muff at some point this year. I think it'd be great to do.
Yeah. We were inundated with
Yes.
innuendos, football innuendos.
Yeah.
Very much so. I mean, we can do a couple each year if you want. Tom sent in, he stuck it in the corridor of uncertainty. You know the corridor I mean. You know what I mean.
This is from Ryan. He's dribbled around the edge of the box.
I sort of didn't want to join in, but I did think of one on the train here. If things don't improve, the manager's going to pull him off himself.
Unbelievable. Jamie's gone, he's slotted it in nicely.
Yeah.
Nicely slotted.
More importantly, Lewis has said keep a clean sheet.
All times.
All times.
Can't always keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Difficult, but
I like just a simple one. Just stay on the ball.
Yeah.
Just stay on the ball.
Stay on it.
Stay on the ball.
Stay on it. Okay, just to finish, lads. The Hand of Pod has been an amazing reaction to the last video, which was absolutely fantastic. Love to hear listener suggestions for the next game they should travel to because they seem keen to travel.
I don't think there's no boundaries there. They seem like they're going to jump on a plane anywhere.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, they're keen. All right, well, lads, hopefully me and you chumber one, but Chris this week.
Yeah. We need to sort of stop what's going on with SIDS and try and get myself back in the game. But let's see how it goes. Bring on the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend and obviously, regards to your families.
Regards to your families
Regards
and
to
you
all of
listening
your
as well.
families.